Welcome to day 3 of 4 Fields of Stewardship. So we've been talking about the simple yet profound principle of stewardship. This principle can potentially shift the way you relate to God, to yourself, to people, to the things you do, and even your finances. Yesterday we discussed the field of self, how God entrusted you with your spiritual life with Him, your gifts, your talents, your physical body, your emotions, your intellect, so that you can steward and use all those things to the advancement of His kingdom. Today, let's focus on the field of relationships. Now, it might be easier to apply this principle of stewardship to yourself and to things, but is it a stretch to believe that God has entrusted the people in your life to you as well? I don't think so. Firstly, a couple of days ago, we read in Psalm 24, verse 1, it says, "The earth is the Lord's and everything in it, the world and all who live in it." This is both things and people. Secondly, everything God does is in relation to what? His people. From Genesis to Revelation, we see the story of God and His people. Romans 5:8 says that God shows His love for us, and who are we? We're people, in that while we were still sinners, Christ died for us. And thirdly, the Greek word for steward is oikonomos, which comes from the root word oikos, which is household or sphere of influence, and this includes people. God has entrusted to you the people in your life so that you can help steward them. On one hand, this puts the fear of God in me, right? Because I'm stewarding people. But on the other hand, it's really a divine privilege that God would choose me, that God chose you to help steward the people that He has placed in your life. Your spouse has been entrusted to you by God. How does that reality shift how you relate to one another? Your children have been entrusted to you by God. Our job as parents is to steward the gift that is our children toward Christ. But it doesn't stop there. Your friends are to be stewarded. Your co-workers have been entrusted to you. If you are, perhaps you're a leader in the workplace, maybe a leader in the military, the people that you lead have been entrusted to you, not only by the company that you work for or by the army, but ultimately they've been entrusted to you by God. So steward them well. God has given you the divine privilege of stewarding the people He has entrusted you with. Now I encourage you to pray this prayer. Lord, if you were in my spot, how would you steward the people you've entrusted me with? And I believe that He will be faithful to answer that very question. I'm looking forward to exploring our third field tomorrow, our field of purpose. See you then.